I can still hear her voice. Not the soft one she used when guests were around. Not the careful tone she used when neighbors might overhear. No, this was sharp, cold, the kind that slices straight through bone. Get out and never come back. She didn't stutter, she didn't hesitate. I stood there with my keys in hand, my half-packed duffel by the door, waiting for the catch. Waiting for her to add the line every mother is supposed to add. I don't mean it. But she didn't. She meant it. I walked out. I wasn't always the villain in her house. Once I was the golden child, the one who worked 2 jobs to help with the bills, the one who skipped nights out with friends because the mortgage had to be paid on time. Dad used to shake my hand at the table and call me the backbone of this house. Mom would smile as if it was hers. I believed her. I believed all of them. Funny how belief rots from the inside. The shift was subtle. It started with her eyes. The way she wouldn't meet mine when I came home late after work. The way her tone carried disdain when I set grocery bags on the counter. "You don't buy the right things," she'd mutter. "You never do enough." I brushed it off at first. Stress, I told myself. Age. The weight of keeping a family together. But then came the whispers on the phone, the slammed doors when I walked by, the secret meetings with my brother in the kitchen that went silent the second I stepped in, and then the shouting match that ended with her finger stabbing toward the door. "Out! You're not my responsibility anymore." I didn't argue. Arguing would have given her satisfaction. Instead, I folded my clothes neatly, zipped the bag, and left the house that I had been paying for. Yes, that's the part she forgot in her fury. The deed was in Dad's name, but the mortgage, the lifeline of that house, was tied to my account, my sweat, my discipline, my sacrifices. She never thanked me for it. She just assumed I'd keep bleeding for her comfort. So when I left, I stopped. The silence that followed was almost peaceful. Weeks passed. My phone buzzed less and less. The weight on my chest loosened. I was free in a way I hadn't been since childhood. Until Dad called. His voice trembled in a way I'd never heard before. Not when he lost his job years ago. Not when bills piled high. This time it was desperation. "Why did you stop paying the mortgage?" he asked. I almost laughed. Almost. But I let the silence linger instead. I wanted him to feel the air thin out, to feel the walls close in. When I finally spoke, my words were measured, slow, heavy. "Because, Dad, I don't live there anymore." That was the dagger. No shouting, no long explanations, just a simple truth they couldn't twist. I could hear Mom in the background, hissing questions, demanding the phone. Dad didn't give it to her. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he realized in that moment what they had lost. Because the bank doesn't care about family loyalty. The mortgage company doesn't take excuses. And love, once shattered, doesn't glue itself back together. I didn't watch them lose the house, but I heard. Neighbors talk, family slips details. I knew the nights grew colder when notices arrived on the door. I knew Mom's voice cracked when she realized she'd have to explain why they were packing boxes out of a home that was never really theirs to keep. And I knew Dad replayed my words over and over. I don't live there anymore. Do I regret it? No. Regret is for people who act without thought. Every move I made was deliberate, calculated. I gave years of my life to that house, to people who saw me as a tool rather than a son. When she threw me out, she threw out her safety net, her foundation. She thought words were cheap. She was wrong. Her words cost her everything. Sometimes, late at night, I wonder if she remembers the moment she told me to go, if she replays it the way I do. Does she recall the set of her jaw, the certainty in her eyes? Does she ever think about how quickly comfort turns to ruin when the one you underestimate finally steps away? I don't need to know. The house is gone. The mortgage is theirs now, unpaid, unmanageable, unforgiving. And me? I have peace. Not the soft, gentle kind, no. Mine is sharp, clear. The peace of a man who carried a burden too long, dropped it, and watched the ones who chained him drowned under its weight. Justice doesn't always come in fire or blood. Sometimes it comes in silence, in a signature left unsigned, in a bill left unpaid, in walking away and letting the walls crumble without lifting a hand. My revenge wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It was enough to let them hear the echo of their own words, "Get out and never come back." I did exactly that, and it destroyed them.